Guys, I think it's over. Black Ops 6 is officially boring. All right. Like I didn't want to come out here in December and just have to start making these kinds of videos, but man, oh man, this game is just boring. There is nothing to grind for. Let's assume you finished the Dark Matter camo. Many people have at this point, many people haven't, but let's assume, within like 1 or 2 more months, most people who are going for it are probably going to be done with it. What are you going to do after this, right? Like literally think about it. Are you going to just sit around and play Warzone, play ranked play? Both are filled with cheaters, right? What is there to play for? There's no stakeout 24/7. Even if there is like a good playlist, chances are Treyarch devs are going to take it out for no reason and then remove it. And speaking of playlists, you guys see what happened recently where basically like Black Ops 6 released an update and they had it so that they had the internal testing names of playlists. How buggy, how untested is this franchise, man? It's only been, I don't know, like the 18th, 20th Call of Duty or something like that. It is not their first rodeo, and yet they're still messing up with all these kinds of things, right? They can't stop hackers. They can't stop, releasing stuffing without like the proper names. I remember back in, I think it was it Modern Warfare 2019 or was it Vanguard, where they launched playlists with like Killbox or something like that. I know Blame Truth made a whole big deal back in the day about it. Like it was literally called like Killbox or something, and that was the name of the playlist, and there was no description. You literally didn't know what the hell they were talking about because it was just literally called Killbox. Guys, I think Call of Duty is just done. I just don't see how people have fun with this game anymore, right? If you have fun competitively, you can't, because ranked play is just chalked, right? Chalked with cheaters, terrible connection, server latency. Unless you're cheating yourself, like you're not gonna have fun. And even if you are cheating, that's gonna come to an end too at some point. I don't know, man. It's just they Ricochet says that they're working on stuff. They're clearly not doing anything about it. Clearly just they don't care. If you're like a multiplayer fan, what is there to like look forward to? Once you finish the camo, like literally we're playing this game for like a hamster simulation wheel where we're just running endlessly on this loop until, we finish and get our quote unquote goal. Then we either stop playing the game or then we play the game and just deal with like ultimate skill-based matchmaking, using our favorite guns like the Krig and SOG and stuff like that, right? Unfortunately, many people don't see the point, I guess, like because they weren't really playing the game for fun. And this is me too, so I'm not speaking out, against people, but I will say that, this is essentially me. I'm realizing like, yeah, once I get the camo in every single Call of Duty game, like, yeah, sure, I'll play the game. I'll play Warzone. I'll play, ranked play here and there, a lot more sparingly than when I was grinding, because the love of the game, quote unquote, was the grind. It wasn't, because I actually was enjoying the game. It was because I was enjoying what the game was going to give me at some point, right? Which was the camo. And unfortunately, not that the camo's bad or anything like that. It's just like, do I really want to subject myself to bloodthirsties with, really trash guns like pistols or snipers or something like that? Like, do I really want to get long shots? Do I really want to get headshots with marksman rifles and pistols that do no damage, even in hardcore? Like, I can do it for sure, but it's not a testament of how much I grind, I guess. It's just a testament of like how much I'm willing to go through. It like this year's challenge is not difficult by any means. I think anybody can do it. Some camo challenges in the past, I'll admit, like not everyone can do it. It's like it requires some skill or some major patience or something like that many people don't have. This year, I wouldn't say it's even that difficult or that, time consuming or anything. It's definitely manageable. And I think that's a good thing for most casual players. Unfortunately, this game has chased off many casual players. You'll see that, on the Steam numbers. I know Steam's not everything, but yeah, Black Ops 6 is heavily dropping players. Heavily. Okay, a lot of people are leaving this franchise. They're playing, Marvel Rivals. They're playing Fortnite. A lot of games are coming back, and a lot of games are being new. I know X-Defiant's gone, and unfortunately, X-Defiant is not the only game out there. I know some people are gonna tend to think that, like, excuse me, like, X-Defiant's the only competitor to Call of Duty. No, I don't think that's the case, and I think many people, would also disagree with that. So, just want to say that. Me personally, though, just want to kind of give a personal angle in this video. You'll notice that videos are slowing down a little bit on this channel. And I'm just kind of at a crossroads again. Every year, Call of Duty puts me at a crossroads where, the interest is so high between, let's say like October and December, maybe January a little bit. And then it just falls off a cliff. I remember previous years, every like February 1st, like my views just like dip like insanely low, and it just really de-incentivizes me to make videos, right? Because if you're doing something for fun, like, yeah, you make video, like making videos is fun, but you also make some money out of it, right? And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not probably doing videos without the intention of making money on YouTube. Like what's really the point, otherwise, like what's the point of stopping playing the game, or not going to the gym, not hanging with friends or something like that to do a video if I'm not going to get paid for it? Okay, I'm just being real here. Okay, I'm not trying to say like I'm money hungry or whatever. Yes, I like to make videos. Yes, I like to play Call of Duty, and yes, I like to make money from it if I can. Like, what's the big deal there? I will say that it becomes a lot more difficult when I don't enjoy one of those things. Generally speaking, I've never not enjoyed not making a video, or like making a video, I guess. Like I've always enjoyed the process of like recording, editing, all that stuff. When it comes to gaming, that's really what I don't enjoy. When it comes to like your YouTube algorithm and stuff like that, like I don't even mind it. I know it's annoying sometimes, like to post something, maybe someone else posts like the same thing, gets like 5 times the views. Like I get it, that can be annoying, but it just means that I have to level up my quality, right? But when it comes to Call of Duty, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to make Call of Duty a better game overall. Yes, I can like complain and whine about skill-based matchmaking and all these other things, skill-based damage. I can whine about those things, but like, I guess like, is it really going to change anything at the end of the day? Do you guys really think so? If Drifter, Ace, Blame Truth, 8 Dots, Fooly, like everybody just complains about this, is anything really going to change? I'm not trying to sound too, negative or whatever. I'm sure that like certain things will change. Like if we want Stakeout back, I'm sure that like if every COD community member like started ranting on Twitter and YouTube, I'm sure they'll probably listen and, make it a 24/7 or something like that. But when it comes to other things, I just don't see that much change possible. And it's not like they're YouTubers' faults or my faults. I think it's more so just the fact that people on YouTube don't equate the entirety of the COD fan base. I think you guys know that, right? Like not everyone who watches YouTube or goes on Twitter, follows Charlie Intel is in tune, right? There's a lot of casual people out there who don't know what Twitter is, and they just play Call of Duty and for like an hour a night, and then they just get off. And there's plenty of people that there might be more people than people who are otherwise, like people who are continuously staying up to date with Call of Duty, right? So, all that to say, like, I'm just not feeling Call of Duty anymore. Wow, go figure, right? Call of Duty is broken. Call of Duty is a mess. Call of Duty doesn't incentivize me. It's not that like, oh, if all of a sudden ranked play is fixed and Warzone's fixed and all these stuff are fixed. It's just that Call of Duty has such a short lifespan these days. I think it's the matchmaking. I really can't figure out what else it could be. Why, like, I just don't feel like getting on and grinding like I used to. Like, even back in the day when I was finished, the diamond camo and stuff like that, it just, like, it could have been a lot, like, better. And like, nowadays, it could be a lot better. I know that, like, back in the day, I was a kid, I had more time, had less responsibilities and all that stuff. But I think that the games overall were better, too. They didn't feel as manipulative. They didn't feel so, like I'm getting robbed half the time in like, my gunfights or in the matchmaking. Sometimes it's just like I spin up a game and I know I'm going to get like destroyed. I know that it's over. I don't know. I don't know if all this makes sense, but I think for the most part, I'm just feeling a little burnt out with Call of Duty. I think that Call of Duty needs to get back on the right track and needs to refocus on like what made the game quote unquote fun, because I think they really lost sight of it. I know that Black Ops 6 actually took a decent shot at trying to get that fun factor back, so I'll give it to them there, but many previous Call of Duties have not. And Black Ops 6 needs to get an anti-cheat. They need to get a lot of things like their ducks in a row. I think that's the term. But yeah, looks like the gameplay is wrapping up here, so I'm gonna see you guys up next time. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Probably gonna be the last video you see until the new year. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys later. Peace.